welcome to Lifestyle Manifesting. I'm Shannon, and on my channel I discuss manifesting as a lifestyle, every area of your life. I am the only manifestation coach you need because you get results with my processes. They are powerful and they work. And today I want to read Neville Goddard. I want to read about inner conversations. And this is Neville Goddard, Awakened Imagination and the Search. Okay, Awakened Imagination and the Search. This is Chapter 5, The Coin of Heaven. To listen attentively as though you heard is to evoke, to activate. By listening, you can hear what you want to hear and persuade those beyond the range of the outer ear. Speak it inwardly in your imagination only. Make your inner conversation match your fulfilled desire. I'm going to repeat that. Make your inner conversation match your fulfilled desire. What you desire to hear without, you must hear within. I'm repeating that. What you desire to hear without, you must hear within. Embrace without within and become one who hears only that which implies the fulfillment of his desire. And all the external happenings in the world will become a bridge leading to the objective realization of your desire. Your inner speech is perpetually written all around you in happenings. Learn to relate to these happenings, to your inner speech, and you will become self-taught. Okay, let's talk a little bit through what I've read so far. We're persuading ourselves of this new reality. That's why you're affirming it. Your inner conversations, the inner speech that you're having with yourself is already reflected out in your world. It's already a reflection. Okay, speak from the wish fulfilled when you have inner conversations with yourself. Be aware of your inner speech. He's like, your inner speech is perpetually written all around you in happenings. Your inner speech is consistently written around you, or you see it, you're experiencing it all around you with your world and with your life, the happenings in your life. He says, learn to relate these happenings to your inner speech. Learn to relate the events that are happening in your world, the events that are happening in your life. Learn to relate the happenings to your inner speech, and you will become self-taught. So this is about the awareness. You have to be aware. You have to pay attention. You have to be aware of what you're thinking and assuming and what's going through your mind. Because when you pay attention, you will see the happenings in your world, the circumstances and the events in your world are a direct result of what's been going through inner conversations in your mind. Neville goes on to say, by inner speech is meant those mental conversations which you carry on with yourself. We're always doing this. You're always thinking, you're always having a conversation in your head. You're always talking to yourself. He says, they may be inaudible when you are awake because of the noise and distractions of the outer world, but you haven't been paying attention. You're distracted by the outer world. You're distracted by everything outside of you. Okay, but they are quite audible in deep meditation and dream. But whether they be audible or inaudible, you are the author and fashion your world in their likeness. Okay, you're the author of your life. You're the main character. You're the author. You're writing your life story with your inner conversations. You're directing what's going to happen in your, with your present moment, present life and future life with your inner conversations. All right. This is just such a great chapter. I want to keep going on. Inner speech from premises of fulfilled desire is the way to create an intelligible world for yourself. Observe your inner speech, for it is the cause of future action. Inner speech reveals the state of consciousness from which you view the world. I'm going to repeat that. Inner speech reveals the state of consciousness from which you view the world. Make your inner speech match your fulfilled desire. For your inner speech is manifested all around you in happenings. Your inner speech is manifested all around you with your circumstances of life. That's what he's saying. The whole manifested world goes to show us what use we have made of the word inner speech. The whole world is showing you what your inner speech has been, right? An uncritical observation of our inner talking will reveal to us the ideas from which we view the world. Inner talking mirrors our imagination, and our imagination mirrors the state with which it is fused. What state are you in? If the state with which we are fused, like the state that you're in right now, are you in the state of feeling rejected, or are you in the state of feeling chosen, right? If the state with which we are fused is the cause of the phenomenon of our life, then we are relieved of the burden of wondering what to do. You're relieved of the burden of wondering what to do because you know what to do. You change your inner conversations to match the wish fulfilled. 4, we have no alternative but to identify ourselves with our aim. And inasmuch as the state with which we are identified mirrors itself in our inner speech. Then to change the state with which we are fused, if you want to change your state of being, and the state of sadness or the state of not chosen, we must first change our inner talking. It is our inner conversation which makes tomorrow's facts. And then he quotes from Ephesians 4:22 to 24. Put off the former conversation, the old man, which is corrupt, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind. Put on the new man, which is created in righteousness. Okay, so let go of the old story, let go of the feeling of not being wanted, and step into the new, the you who is loved and the you who is abundant. Stop all of the old mechanical negative inner talking and start a new positive and constructive inner speech from premises of fulfilled desire. Inner talking is the beginning, the sowing of the seeds of future action. To determine the action, you must consciously initiate and control your inner talking. Construct a sentence which implies the fulfillment of your aim, such as, I have a large, steady, dependable income, consistent with integrity and mutual benefit. Or, I am happily married. Or, I am wanted. I am contributing to the good of the world. And repeat such a sentence over and over until you are inwardly affected by it. Our inner speech represents in various ways the world we live in. Man attracts what he is. The art of life is to sustain the feeling of the wish fulfilled. That's a key component, you guys. You have to sustain the wish fulfilled and let things come to you, not to go after them or think they flee away. This is an art. It's the art of life. The art of life is to sustain the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Observe your inner talking and remember your aim. Do they match? This is something you should be asking yourself. Like, you should be getting in check with yourself, right? Get in check with yourself. So you understand what you're thinking and feeling and believing. You have to pay attention. Okay, do they match? Observe your inner talking and remember your aim. Do they match? Does your inner talking match what you would say audibly had you achieved your goal? The individual's inner speech and actions attract the conditions of his life. Through uncritical self-observation of your inner talking, you find where you are in the inner world, okay? You have to have that uncritical observation. You need to observe your thoughts. Yeah, is it Koya? I don't chase, I attract. Okay. You put on the new man whenever ideals and inner speech match. Okay, the new man is living the life with the wish fulfilled, okay? You put on the new man whenever ideals and inner speech match. In this way alone can the new man be born. In this way alone, by changing your mental conversations that you're having, doing this alone, you will be born into that. You will be living the reality you want. You must match your inner conversations with the wish fulfilled. You must be you must be aware, uncritical of your thoughts. Okay, just observe your thoughts, observe your beliefs, observe what you're thinking, observe others. That was a huge, that really catapulted me to a really deeper understanding. When I was observing, like when I was with my friends and I was observing what they were saying to me, and I could see my inner conversations right before my eyes. So many of you have practiced this. You say affirmations and you hear them repeated back to you consistently. Okay, so remember, he said, the art of life is to sustain the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Okay, you have to sustain it. You have to sustain it. Don't let anything throw you off from the outer world. Don't let things throw you off. Don't let the circumstance throw you off. That's about all. I'm just, that's just part of the chapter. That was chapter 5, The Coin of Heaven, Awakened Imagination, Neville Goddard. The only thing you need to do, if you were to do one thing to change your life, is to match your inner conversations with the wish fulfilled. That's your desire, right? So match your match your inner conversations with already having your desire. Neville gave some examples. He gave the examples. I am married. I am wanted. I am living my purpose. Okay? I am receiving money. I just get paid to exist. I mean, he didn't give those examples, right? But what are the affirmations? What is it that you want to live, and what is it that you want to experience? You're the operant power. It's actually really incredible. And Neville even points that out. Now you know, like you literally know the answer right here, right now. You have the answer on how to change your life. You have the answer on how to manifest or live the life that you want. And it's simply by changing your inner conversations. It's simple, yet you must persist. Or maybe for some people it's not simple. But remember, I'm trying to create a reality where it is simple, where it's getting easier. It's getting easier. So don't argue against it when I say it's simple. Say, yes, it is simple. I intend it's simple. I want you to agree with me that it's simple. Even in those moments where it feels hard, even in the moments where it's reflecting back the opposite, agree that it's simple, because if you agree to that, you will be creating your reality simply. You will, in a simple manner, with ease, effortless. All right, let me answer some questions. Yes, speaking of inner conversations, I've been having inner conversations and I'm now in the wish fulfilled. Yes. And you are now, and it's already done. Yes, welcome. Yes. If you want hand-holding and consistent reminder that you're the operant power, and you want to change your life and have a sense of belonging and a sense of knowing that you're the creator, join my VIP group, my mastermind. And the link is in my bio if you want to join any of those, my free Facebook group or my VIP group. All right, so here we are. Okay, Caleb, congratulations. You're already living in the end. Congratulations, it's done. If it's done, you just know it's done and you're not focused on anything particular for this year. Okay, manifesting more money. Manifesting more money. Okay, remember, I am reading one of the greatest manifestation teachers. I have used his techniques, and that's why I reference him more than any other manifestation teacher, right? Or any other metaphysical teacher, because I could see I was already doing what before I found Neville, I could see that what I was thinking was happening. So when I found him, I knew that his teachings aligned with me the most. And he is telling us the secret of the art of life, the art of changing your life. The secret is your inner conversations. So to manifest more money, you have to have inner conversations to yourself that you have more money, that you are abundant. I am free. I am abundant. I am rich. I am wealthy. But here's where you really have to get in check with yourself. Because if you're affirming that 3 times a day, but the rest of the time, you're telling your friends, oh, I'm broke. I can't go to the movies. I can't go there. I don't have any money. So you're not consistent in the new version of you, because you have to stay loyal and you have to persist. And that is one of the keys. Absolutely. One of the keys is that you have to be aware. That's when you would need to, this is everything I just read, I'm describing right here. You would have to be aware, self-aware, that you are stating to your friends, I'm broke. I don't have any money. Feeling broke, pulling out your bills, feeling like you don't have it, or maybe not broke, but just feeling like stagnant, okay? But you don't want to be stagnant anymore. So you have to see yourself as like growing and flowing and abundant, and you see that vision, okay? And you imagine your friends ask you out, and let's say you didn't have the money to go, you could say, I'll think about it. And then what could you do? You could go in your imagination, you have inner conversations with yourself that you already went. Have inner conversations from the wish fulfilled. So I'm giving you like active ways that you could use this in your life. And maybe it's not they're asking you to the movie, but they're asking you somewhere else, or they're saying, let's go on this trip. What could you do instead of saying, no, I don't have the money. I don't think it's going to happen. I wish I could. Then you go back home, you affirm. Great, you affirm. But in that moment, remember, like, you don't have to describe to anyone in your world what's happening. Okay, you could just say, okay, I'll think about it. And then imagine it's done. Okay, you affirm. You affirm you went on that trip. You affirm you have the money. You affirm that you get paid to exist. Affirm it. Your inner conversations are manifesting. If you look around your world, you will see the truth of it. So practice observing your own world, because you'll see that that's true. That builds your belief and that builds your confidence. If it's already yours, what to do now? You just keep knowing it's done, but not wondering, okay? Don't look at the world and tell yourself it's not done. Just say it's done. You could say to yourself, I'm in the bridge of incidents. I love how this feels. I love my life. Remember, if you're in the wish fulfilled, you would be saying, I love my life. Wouldn't you be saying, I love my life? If you have that desire, wouldn't you be saying, I love my life? So you could be practicing in every moment, loving your life. Practice loving yourself consistently. Practice loving your life, right? Affirming that. And catch yourself if you say, I love my life, and then you have a thought later like, yeah, but I don't have my man. Yeah, but I don't have this relationship. That's when you have to catch what your true belief is. Okay? Those thoughts and beliefs that pop up in your mind are reflecting what a deeper belief you have. Okay? Ask yourself, is it done? That was a Neville technique, and I don't know where I think it's a Neville technique. I can't remember where I read it, and I remember writing it down in my notebook, and it was like, is it done? Do I have it? Do I have it? And I would just ask myself, do I have it? And then this inner thought would be like, yeah, you do. Okay? So just listen, just say, I have it. Do I have it? Do I have it? I think I have it. I think I have it. I have it. So the voice might not be right in this moment, but just be aware. This is about awareness and observing yourself. Okay? Because if that little voice says, no, you don't. Nope, not here, not here. You have to, it's persuasion. That's part of that part of that chapter was talking about coin of heaven. He starts the chapter, it's backwards for you, but it says in all caps, persuasion is an inner effort of intense attention. Give intense attention to you are living your dream life. Okay, it's about persuasion, and that's really what Dr. Joseph Murphy, in his books, he's consistently saying you are only convincing. It's like persuading yourself, right? You're only convincing yourself of this reality. What do you do now? Well, have you convinced yourself it's done? It's done. What would you be doing? What are you doing knowing it's done? What are you doing today, right now? It's done. So what are you doing? Knowing it's done. Knowing it's done. You could feel some celebration within you. You could say, you know what? I'm going to take myself out for a treat today. This is done. Horrid. Nothing is changing. Okay, 3D is hurting me so much, and there's something I can't ignore. It's the divorce papers. Right, but okay, let's go just a little general, okay? Let's go a little general. Have you been testing in other areas of your life? Have you seen reflections of your inner conversations reflecting back at you? That's something that you want to build up. Whatever's happening, yes, it feels horrible, but understand you're the operant power. You're the operant power. You have the ability to change things. Don't focus on the divorce. Focus more on the version of you who's happy. Focus on being happy right now in the present moment. Okay, maybe you feel like it's so horrid. How could I be happy? What could you focus on that is going right? What can you focus on, like gratitude? You can focus on gratitude. You know what? You have many things to be grateful for, to be appreciative of, to be thankful for. So step into gratitude. Remember, gratitude is living in the end. I kind of like how Neville said, here's what he said. If the state with which we are fused, are you in the state of like rejection and going through divorce? Or are you in the state of empowerment, right? So when he says, if the state with which we are fused, like what you're attached to, what you're in, the mood, right? If the state with which we are fused is the cause of the phenomena of our life, then we are relieved. I love how he says this. Then we are relieved of the burden of wondering what to do. For we have no alternative but to identify ourselves with our aim. You have to identify yourself with your aim. And inasmuch as the state with which we are identified mirrors itself in our inner speech. Okay, so that's actually a really great clue he's giving right here. And inasmuch as the state with which we are identified, what state are you identified with? Right now, you're identified with the state that this is horrid, with the state of not getting what you want, right? That state that you're in will mirror your world. I'm going to go back and reread this. If the state with which we are fused is the cause of the phenomena of life, then we are relieved of the burden of wondering what to do. Try to get into a state of relief, okay? Okay, so sometimes, I know, I've been through a divorce, so I know what that, like, it doesn't matter if it's been a divorce or anything. Like, when it feels like your life has just slipped through your fingers and it's not going your way, right? And, like, how do you just turn that around? How do you just turn that around? By knowing you're the creator. So, go general. Why don't you decide, you know what? It's okay no matter what. Okay, so understand, when you say it's okay no matter what, you're not really it doesn't mean you'll be creating the divorce, but you won't be trying to grasp it and get it, and you won't be in the resistance of what's happening. You have to allow it. Why allow it? Because allowing it is going to release the anxiety and the fear that this is happening. If you could persuade yourself it's all going to be okay no matter what, you will release resistance. You will release the fear. Okay? It's all going to be okay. People get divorced and then get back together. Okay? So don't hold on to, people get divorced. Some people never got married and are together. Don't make it that this paper of marriage makes your relationship. What makes your relationship is you living in the state of love. You have to be more in love with yourself than focused on this all falling apart. Turn your attention to yourself. Why don't you join my VIP group? You could be free for a week and at least you'll have somebody helping lift you up each day. You need to be your own cheerleader. And if you can't be your own cheerleader, join a community that helps lift you up. You are absolutely going to be lifted up in my VIP group because I'm there to hold your hand, to remind you, you are amazing. You are loved. You are chosen. You are wanted. That even Neville worked with people that felt unwanted. Okay? Construct a sentence which implies the fulfillment of your aim. Your aim is your desire. Your desire is to feel wanted. That's really what your desire is. You don't want to feel rejected. You want to feel wanted. You want to feel loved. You want to be loved. It all came from you. This happening came from you. Okay? So he said, construct a sentence. I'm speaking too fast. Construct a sentence which implies the fulfillment of your aim, such as, and then he says, I have a large, steady, dependable income. Here's for the wealth. I have a large, steady, dependable income, consistent with integrity and mutual benefit. Or I am happily married. I am wanted. I am happily married. I am wanted. But okay, so sure, affirmations manifest, right? But now I want you to picture it. What does it look like to be happily married? Who are you and how do you feel? If you're wanted, how does that feel? Because I know what rejection feels like. That sucks. So saturate yourself in the feeling of being wanted. But you have to feel that to create that for this to shift today. Paper, imagine those, you can even imagine the divorce papers ripped up by your spouse. Could you imagine that? I mean, the truth is you need to stabilize yourself. You need to be more, feel more secure. So start to saturate yourself with feeling secure and feeling sure. Imagine your spouse ripping up the paper and saying, I don't know what I was thinking. You're the one and only for me. Okay, but you have to be that person because, do you want this to be a consistent relationship? So you need to be consistent about how you feel about yourself and how you see the situation. Okay, I intend. The first thing is to release that fear and the worry and the doubt. Okay, and you can release it. And you can do that. Meditate on that. Meditate on feeling empowered. What would it feel like if you really had power? Because you do. You're just not in your power. You have the power. You have the power to change this. Okay, user 322. How can I manifest purpose? I feel like I have nothing. Purpose is that you're waking up and realizing who you truly are and that you are empowered and that you are powerful and you have the power to create worlds. You have the power to create anything you want. So how can you manifest your particular purpose? Think from the end. If you felt think of someone who really feels like they're living their purpose, which I feel this way. And these are things that I also affirmed to get to where I'm at. Okay. So feeling that feeling purpose in your life, it feels fulfilling. It feels beautiful. It feels amazing. It feels like you're affecting your own life and others' lives, right? Because when you're thinking about purpose, purpose isn't selfish because we're co-creating, right? And everyone's yourself pushed out. So think from the end of having purpose. You would feel good. You would feel important. Right? I feel valuable. I feel important. I feel like I'm changing my life or the life of others. You could get more clear. I'm giving general ideas. So that's what you affirm. Remember, your inner conversations create the outer world. So if you're affirming, I am living my purpose. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. You'll just be naturally guided to do that. You will. Okay. I'm passionate. Do you want to be passionate about what you're doing? Because if it's your purpose, it would feel like it's passionate. Oh, that's my perspective. Maybe not everybody, but that's me. That's what I'm creating. So I'm living my purpose. I'm living something that I'm passionate. I'm doing things that I'm passionate about. I'm helping others. I'm bringing value to others. I'm giving of myself to others, right? And to myself. I filled up the cup of my life first so I can give freely to others, right? You fill up your own cup first. And you fill your own cup up by, remember, you're the main character. So how do you view yourself as the main character? Okay. So when you say, I feel like I have nothing, the world is impersonal, and the world is proving to you that point. Okay. The world's proving to you. You feel like you have nothing. Now the world's like, let me just keep proving that to you. Another situation where you feel like, what's going on and what's this life about? You have to change this around, okay? And you can change it around right now, starting now. Okay, so start also saying, instead of, I feel like I have nothing, start knowing that you have something to offer. First of all, you have something to offer. You, which is you. You're unique. You're a masterpiece. You're the one and only you. All right, so there's where you could start. And you've got this. Okay, but you have to stick with it. This is the persistence is part of the key to your manifestation. You must persist. Yeah, Miss Ella, need some help staying positive to manifest. You've got this. It's yours. It's done. Congratulations. Imagine, right? Or those are inner conversations. Imagine people saying congratulations to you. Or it doesn't have to be the words congratulations, but like if your desire is that you have a great job, your friends and family could be saying congratulations. And if you're in the relationship, you can imagine hearing, wow, your life is so amazing. And you would be agreeing with it. You wouldn't be saying, yeah, it looks like that, but it really isn't. No, you would be agreeing with it. Your inner conversations create. Okay, focus on your self-concept. Focus on the you. Be you right now. Be you. Be what you want to be and make it now, not in the future. Be that now. I am someone who's able to be positive. I'm someone who's able to select. Remember, it's a choice. Being positive and negative is a choice. Even though it might have been a habit, or it might have been a habit to feel like a victim. I broke that habit. If I can do it, you can do it. I was really a victim in victim mentality for a long time. Okay, so if I can do it, you can do it. It's a choice. Just like you choose something to eat every day. You go to the restaurant and you chose. You put on an outfit and you chose that. It's a choice to choose positive or negative. Do you want to get out of the victim, that type of lifestyle where you're in the victim or you're not getting what you want or you're always arguing? No, you are getting what you want and you're agreeing life is easy. How do I know if I'm already in the state of the wish fulfilled? You declare it. I mean, you're the creator, so you could declare it. How do you know? Because you won't be wondering if it's here. And you won't be you won't be having, moments of spiraling. In the state of the wish fulfilled is a feeling of, you feel more sure and you feel you're not having that thought on your mind. Will it happen? When's it going to happen? Okay. That would mean you're not in the state of the wish fulfilled, but you're the operant power. Remember, you could declare, I am in the state of the wish fulfilled. Because maybe you feel like pretty good overall. You're like, I feel good. I've changed my state of being. I feel like empowered. I see the reflection, right? You might be seeing all this. And then you're thinking, but wait, I still don't have my desire. But then that moment when you say, I still don't have my desire, you're not in the wish fulfilled anymore. You're in the state of not having your desire. Okay, so it's about staying consistently, staying in that state. Okay, it's like how Neville called it the art of life, right? Read it again. What did he say exactly? I gotta go pretty soon. Okay, he said, man attracts what he is. So in other places, it's what you assume yourself to be. You attract what you are, okay? Or who you are assuming yourself to be. You're creating or you're aligning or attracting, whatever word we use, but you attract who you are. Who are you being right now? Are you being someone who's like, it's done? Or are you being someone, the version of you who's like, I think I'm in the wish fulfilled. I'm not really sure, but I think I am. I mean, that's more of like doubt or confusion or possible. Okay, no. Why don't you just declare with conviction, I am in the wish fulfilled. Okay, then he said, the art of life is to sustain. That's the word I was looking for. Persist, sustain. Sustain the feeling of the wish fulfilled and let things come to you. He makes it so simple. Okay, the art of life is to sustain the feeling of the wish fulfilled and let things come to you. Not go after them or think they are fleeing away. So you're not going after it. You're feeling like it's coming to you. I did things like I would practice just imagining like being a magnet. Look at a magnet. Pull out a magnet. If you have on the side of my fridge, I have a couple of magnets. And if I pull them, and my kids have a bunch of magnets things, right? So just like put a magnet together, or like having two magnets that magnetize, right, to each other. Now imagine you're a magnet. Just go through that like exercise in your mind, right? Visualize what is that really like, that you're a magnet and things are just coming to you and you're a magnet. All right. Even in that exercise of imagining that you're a magnet and everything's coming to you, you've just imagined and created that. Okay. But keep creating it and sustain it. Okay, so that's how you could sustain being positive. You need help being positive? Yes. Okay, how do you know you're in the wish fulfilled? Because you keep sustaining it. You keep saying, yes, I am in the wish fulfilled. You decide you are. Melissa, hi. Do you have any insights on forgiveness, how it impacts manifestation? Remember, everything is a reflection of what's within you. So forgiveness, in my opinion, is imperative. It's imperative. I think it's imperative. Forgive. Forgive yourself. This is not about blame, like the world, everything exists. Forgive the others, right? Forgive. Plus, if you want to be living in the wish fulfilled, isn't forgiveness already gone? Or if you're holding on to a grudge, what's going to manifest in your world? If you're holding on to hatred and anger for that person, what's going to manifest in your world? Okay, so the power of forgiveness is that you will no longer be holding on to anger and resentment or any feelings that you don't want to manifest in your world and create more of. How do we do this while we're on our period? Like when you have a menstrual cycle, it's throwing you off. Well, remember, that's a belief too, because I actually never had mood swings or whatever the effects. I kind of already lived a life where I didn't really believe in that, and it didn't, my reality showed that to me, right? I also changed things that I believed about, like I'm getting older and there's this whole ideas of menopause. I just don't believe any of it. I don't adhere to it. I don't believe about the night sweats. I don't believe that your body changed. I don't believe your metabolism changed. I just decided I don't believe it, and it doesn't affect me. I'm proof it doesn't affect me. Okay, so how do you change that? Well, you're already declaring it throws you off, right? You already have that belief. That's throwing you off, but it doesn't have to throw you off. So you have to start having new inner conversations and change your belief. Change your belief that you're more powerful than even anything within your body, because you are. It's just that you believe this. You believe it throws you off. You could say things like, what if it doesn't throw me off? Like an affirmation, right? What if I'm able to regulate myself and regulate my emotions? I intend to be someone who regulates myself. I'm emotionally intelligent. I regulate my emotions no matter what time of the month, no matter what time of the year, no matter what's happening in my body. Remember, the stories we tell manifest. It doesn't mean I mean, you could also tell a story, infinite ways to do this. You could tell a story like, okay, this is the time that I just take care of myself. And as I take care of myself this time of the month, I always, regulate my emotional state. So it's a story. So tell a different story than what you're telling. And that means you're going to have new inner conversations that match what you want to experience. Yeah, how can you sustain it when constantly surrounded by negative people and energy? You have to start to think of yourself as more powerful. One of my meditations on YouTube, if you're not subscribed, you can go there from the description or my description here. I have in my playlist, there's a meditation called I trust and know my desire is mine. I also have a meditation about God's state. So it's about knowing that life is coming from you. Life is coming through you and from you. So if you can, I would say start there, because if you can know that you're the operant power, can you be someone who's able to just be stable and anchored? If you're someone who's stable and anchored, which you can be this by affirming it, you're stable, you're anchored, you're secure, you're unbothered. If you could be that version of you, it's not going to affect you. By the way, your world will reflect also that you are. And then you could turn things around. Okay? It is a practice, because I tested it like on all the people in my world. Okay, I used to see not the worst in people, but I didn't see the best in people. Just by you changing and seeing the best in someone. So if there's negative people around you, could you try to focus on something that there is good about that person? Okay. So try to focus on the beauty in yourself and in others. Focus on the good of yourself and of others. Okay, focus on gratitude and being grateful for the things you have. Things which, just being in a state of gratitude will change things around in your world. Will change the interactions that you're having with other people. What do you mean by stable and anchored in affirming? Okay, what I'm saying, and let me just clarify this and then I'm going to go. But when I say for you to become a stable, secure person, you could be that version of you just by affirming it. So if you affirm, I am stable, I am secure, I am anchored, it means if you're stable and secure, you're not affected by everything else, right? So if you can become that version of you by affirming it. Okay, when you put your attention and focus on something, you grow in that area. So you will grow in being stable. You'll grow in being secure. Okay, another way is join my VIP group. If you have so many negative people around you, you got to get out of it. And if you just get sucked back in, it means you're not being stable and secure. You need to have that strong foundation. That's why I created the groups. The groups that I have are making a difference in people's lives. Okay, you have to get away from that. I mean, if you can't see the best in someone, you need to be around other people that will help you to see that vision. Because you will see a reflection. So who you truly are is something in someone even bigger than who you believe to be in this body. All right, guys, but I have to go. I love you all. You're amazing. If you need additional help, I have a self-concept course. My self-concept course is powerful. Change your identity and you will transform your life. It starts with the self. If you want to do the work on your own, that is a powerful way to change your world. You will have results. If you want a little more hand-holding, join my VIP group and be part of a community of knowing that you're the operant power, where you're not thrown off and you're not bothered. You will be secure and unbothered and in the master of your reality, the creator of your reality. All right. I love you all. Have an amazing day. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.